What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from, the Jeremy Hambly channel. And one of the hot topics out there is bioengineered food. And this is food that is garbage and you shouldn't eat it. But it's food that a lot of people eat just because they've always been eating it. A few weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, it's hard to tell these days, but we saw this Campbell Soup executive basically trash the brand and say that they have garbage product for poor people. Double whammy, both calling Campbell's customers poor and also their product garbage. But the problem is far, far deeper than that. And that's exactly why you shouldn't eat this stuff and you should check your labels. And this is an important video, so I hope this is my second channel, by the way. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe down below. I'll be doing 1 to 2 videos a day here for the foreseeable future. My goal in 2026 is to get this channel to 500,000 subscribers. It's a little different than the quartering. You know, this channel won't really have entertainment news, but it's more like news, regular news. And I thought you guys might enjoy this. So let's start with what the heck is bioengineered food? Well, bioengineered food, BE, is known as genetically modified, or you might know GMOs. It's a product where genetic material has been modified in a laboratory using techniques that do not occur in nature. Bioengineered foods are subject to disclosure requirements in the United States. Yeah, a tiny line of text in the ingredients list, but no one ever sees that. They're often used to develop crops with traits like pest resistance, herbicide tolerance, or improved nutritional value. Examples of BE foods include certain corn, soybeans, papayas, apples, and a variety of salmon. Now, again, it involves adding specific traits to a food which may allow it to grow faster, resist pests, or have a longer shelf life. I don't know if you saw this video kind of going viral too. This is some ice cream. I left this ice cream in my trailer for 4 days and it did not melt. A milk shop owner says that she bought backup tubs from Aldi, forgot them in a trailer all weekend, and found them still perfectly solid, even scoopable, despite sitting out in the heat. Now, this got community noted, but it didn't. All it did was add more information. This ice cream, as seen in the video, is neither solid nor scoopable. It maintains thicker than expected due to use of food safe additives to help maintain texture. So they're saying, well, it's not totally frozen still. Okay, well, you be the judge. This is ice cream that sat out for 4 days.
I also offer milkshakes on my dirty soda trailer, and the premium ice cream that I usually buy was out of stock for this weekend. So this is Aldi's Sunday Shop brand.
My guess is they probably use this kind of garbage all the time, but that's neither here nor there.
Accidentally left it in the back of my trailer from Friday night until late morning over the Labor Day weekend, late morning on Monday, and it did not melt. Like, ugh. What kind of chemical, disgusting wizardry is this?
Now, the community notes say, well, it technically did melt, but like, what is this? If you buy real ice cream, it turns to liquid if you leave it out. This is not liquid. Absolutely gross. And then shout out to this TikToker, Homeostatic Life, who also was at a grocery store this week. And I thought I would just share it to you because I think, you know, part of what I want to do with this channel, outside of maybe zooming out of my face a little bit more here, is like, I want people to know like what the heck is going on with the stuff they're eating. And I just, look, as a fat, I eat and have eaten all this stuff. And I also understand that like a lot of people grew up not knowing about any of this stuff. I mean, I'm 42 and I'm just kind of learning about seed oils and all this other stuff. Well, when I look at, you know, I'm not making the direct connection, but you look at some of the stuff that like RFK has said and the wild increase in autism, for example, in this country, where other countries who have stricter food rules just don't have those kind of rates. Heart disease, all these other problems. I don't think it's crazy to at least say, well, let's rule out all these chemicals we're putting in stuff to see if that helps. You know, I think that's like the normal person's point of view. And let's check out this video by Homeostatic Life.
Campbell's CEO literally said it's fake food.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit? I don't buy.
As I drink a Red Bull with sugar-free garbage in it.
Now that I know what the in it, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You
Shouldn't come as a surprise because it
says right here, contains wheat, soy, and milk. And then the smallest font that they can use is contains bioengineered food ingredients. The ingredients from canola, corn, and soy in this product come from genetically modified crops.
literally says containing bioengineered food ingredients. All of your favorite food, including your children's,
SpaghettiOs
is fake. When in doubt, flip it about and ask yourself.
There it is. Contained bioengineered food ingredients. Now, does this mean every food that has been bioengineered is automatically bad? I don't think I would go that far. I don't think I could go that far. But I do know that, like, maybe nature is a good kind of leading, it's probably good that nature leads the way and kind of tells us, what we should and what we shouldn't eat. And there's probably a reason that none of this stuff exists in nature. And it's probably the same reason that, yes, people are living longer these days, but they're not living much better. They're just not living super healthy lives. And they're having all sorts of, part of this, in my opinion, is that they know this stuff isn't healthy, just my opinion. But, pharmaceutical companies have to sell their pills. And so, they don't care that the food's unhealthy because they can sell you a pill for that.
Contains bioengineered food ingredients from bioengineered crops. And for everybody that says it's cheaper, keep watching. It's $1.92 for chicken broth.
Okay.
That gives you 298 grams. So we're going to say $2 for 300 grams.
Fair.
It's $3.18 for 907 grams of chicken broth.
Organic.
You're actually paying more money to eat gross food.
And he does offer a really great explanation why that is, because I don't think I've sent this video to my wife and I've said, hey, don't buy anything with genetically modified anything in it anymore. And we're still working through a lot. Like, we still have Campbell's in our cupboard. I'm not going to throw it away, but I am going to make a conscious decision to, make sure our soups are not like that.
Relatively older gentleman, that was his cart. You can see that they choose the mashed potatoes that have a bunch of additional ingredients. They choose the soups with a bunch of additional ingredients. It's not me or you keeping these foods on the shelves. It's the older generations that did not have access to this. Like, do you see all the vegetable oil behind me? It's there for a reason, and it's not our fault. All of these foods existed before we were even born. Most of us, that is. And I just helped that guy find his favorite one, beef barley. When you really start paying attention to the ingredients that they're using in these foods, you realize most of it's not actually food. But really what you want to pay attention to is contain bioengineered ingredients from bioengineered crops. So I want you to ask yourself a question. Do you think these look bioengineered right here? Of course, silly. They come from General Mills.
Yeah. Contains bioengineered food ingredients.
Mills contains bioengineered food ingredients. Which ones? The world will never know. But regardless if they're bioengineered or not, you can see that this one contains food colorings and preservatives. You can see that this exact same one contains food colorings and preservatives. And a lot of people, if they knew about the synthetic version of vitamin E, you would not put it in your body.
True.
So look, make grocery shopping easy. When in doubt, simply flip it about, look here, bioengineered food ingredients.
Like Rice Krispies are on there too.
And you'll always notice the ones that are most bioengineered, sugars, salts, and oils. They always put sugar, salt, and oil, multiple sugars, multiple oils, multiple salts.
Yep.
All to reach your bliss point in your brain. Because this doesn't matter. This does.
Very true. Very true. And I think that, again, I'm not going to throw food away, but, I've basically coached up my wife a little bit on grocery shopping and being like, look, if it says genetically modified, I don't want it. If you want it, my wife is quite healthy, very healthy. So if she still wants to eat it, fine. But I'm just not going to eat anything bio and genetically modified for the year of 2026, and maybe I'll report back. So make sure you leave a like on this video and you subscribe, and I'll report back in a year if I feel any different or better by avoiding all this garbage. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying my second channel, and we'll talk to you again real soon.